Hey, what's going on everybody? You're watching Rookie Outdoors. My name is Noah, and today I'm going to show you guys how to do something I've been wanting to do for the last 2 years of being here in Florida, which is going spearfishing. My buddy Duke and I are going to show you guys everything you need to know, from how to use a spear gun to where to look for fish, and then at the end of the video I'll make sure to include everything that you're going to need if you want to go, as well as some tips that I learned there from hunting. And so without further ado, let's go out into the water. How do I use this puppy? Alright.
Super slow on the bottom.
Okay.
And you might see some snapper sheep's head just along the side of that structure. And then look into the holes, but be ready to shoot right when you look into the holes. You gotta be really slow, you'll spook them.
Okay.
Yeah. They're all in the holes that are in this. Like that's where you're gonna find them all.
Alrighty, so after a while, sadly the camera ran out of footage, so that was all I was able to get. We didn't end up getting anything that day, but it was a super fun trip. I can't thank Duke enough for taking me out and showing me the ropes on that. But now I'm going to cover over the things that you're going to need, as well as some tips and tricks that I learned being out there that you should know when you go out for your first time. Alright, so let's start off with the things you're going to need. So first off, you're going to need a gun. So you can get one of these at your local dive shops, fishing shops, or online, and they should cost you $70 to $500 depending on what you're looking for. The second thing is your outerwear, and this will include like a wetsuit. You want to make sure to cover your skin entirely. As you saw, we're down in the rocks and barnacles, so you want to make sure your skin is protected. Dive booties, snorkel, fins, mask, gloves, and also a weight belt. Depending on your weight belt, it's going to be really dependent on your size, and so definitely go to a dive shop and consult with people there before you purchase that, so you can have a comfortable amount of weight to get you down to the bottom. One thing that you don't necessarily need but is highly recommended is a dive knife, or just a certain knife on you. That way, if you ever get entangled or caught up in something, you can cut yourself free, and it could be a lifesaver. The last things that you're going to need are a dive flag and a fishing license. So here in Florida, at least, I know that you have to have a dive flag out, so that way you can notify other anglers, boaters, and etc. to let you know that you're in the water, and then a saltwater license to be able to keep those fish that you shoot. And that should be everything that you need as far as bare minimum. You know, if I miss something, definitely put it down in the comments below. Alright, so some tips and tricks for you guys going out for your first time. First and foremost, one thing you definitely need to know is your breathing. So I wish I would have gone a few days beforehand and started practicing my breathing underwater, especially at depths of like 12 plus feet. When I first went out there and started going to deeper depths, it was pretty tough because I can only hold my breath for 20 to 30 seconds. Now I'm not that good compared to Duke, who can hold it up to 2 minutes. So definitely practice on your breathing and know what's comfortable for you. And be cognizant that as you go down to deeper depths, that air condenses, so it's a lot harder to hold your breath in. And especially if you're going to be free diving at deeper depths, make sure that when you're going up that you're breathing out, so that way your lungs don't expand too much, which can actually cause injuries. And so know your breathing and be comfortable with your breathing. Luckily, the area that I was spearfishing in, a lot of the depth was only about 4 to 6 feet. But if you go to different, deeper areas, make sure that you're good with that. The second thing I would recommend is don't be as afraid as like going and maneuvering around structures. When I first started off, I was really afraid of barnacles and different things, but as long as you're covered up from head to toe really well, you should be fine to maneuver yourself around those areas. With that, still be cognizant of where you're going and be cautious of different wildlife and things, but definitely don't be afraid to maneuver around those structures where the fish are heading out at. The last thing I have for you guys as far as tips and recommendations is definitely know your regulations. When you're under the water, it's a completely different game because everything looks a lot bigger than it normally is. So definitely know that the fish you're shooting at is going to match the regulations of the Fish and Wildlife Commission, and so you can look those up online and make sure that you get comfortable with them. So that's what I got for you guys. If you have anything else, any other tips for beginners, definitely put it down in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe. Thanks for checking out my video. If you have anything else that you want to try or learn, definitely let me know. And so I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a great day, y'all. Bye.